Springbok Series Revival Motor Race Meeting brought huge crowds to the Zwartkops International World of Motoring outside Pretoria to get a good spot for themselves to see no less than 19 events in the program and a record international field of 46 cars. This highlights program of the Springbok Series Revival is brought to you by Bosel and its associate sponsors. Where else do you get such a diversity of cars and a great gathering of driving talent from overseas and also South Africa, showing what these cars can really do? This is not a parade of racing cars, this is a real thing from the 60s and 70s. A motor racing circuit that certainly has come into prominence over the years and is well used in South Africa is the Zwartkops Raceway just outside Pretoria. And the man behind the whole thing, financed it, owns the circuit, is Peter du Toit. And Peter just goes from strength to strength. Here we are at an international meeting. More cars than we've ever seen from overseas, biggest crowd we've ever seen, and everybody's just having a nice, relaxed, great motor racing day.
Well, that was the objective when we re-established Zwartkops in 2001 and built a new circuit. We set up ourselves a charter, and the charter, amongst other things, was participative motoring. It's for the motoring enthusiasts. It's there to create and stimulate business enterprise. Therefore, deliver driving skills to involve the young people, and to fulfill the objective of us being the most exciting motoring centre in Africa. And that's our objective. There are three pillars to Zwartkops. The first one is obviously participative motoring. That's participative motorsport. It means people that are here today are motoring enthusiasts, and they come and they appreciate the motorsport that we promote. And then driver training is the other pillar we stand on. And then our Zwartkops Youth League, which we are starting shortly with schools participating in developing life skills in the field of motoring. That doesn't mean we're going to make racing drivers out of all of them, although we are going to have certain karting initiatives, and hopefully within 7 years we can put a new South African on a world podium. But in the process, you learn skills, team management, the technical side of things, the promotion, public relations, team management. It's a program that we are very excited about. So that will complete that form of a package here at Zwartkops. So it's a complete centre which is of public interest and of benefit to the public.
And whilst Peter du Toit is talking, let's look at the 38 cars of warm-up race, some of those beauties from overseas, GT40, there's a Ferrari, there's a Cobra just ahead of him, and what's been here in the commentary booth is Dr. Greg Mills. He wrote this brilliant book on the Springbok Series, and now one on the Piper. And Greg, what a day this is seeing all these overseas cars with us.
Quite an extraordinary entry. We have more than 40 cars coming from Europe and from the United Kingdom, presenting a spectacle that we haven't seen here probably since the late 1960s.
Right, we just with 7 laps to go to come down the road. The Daytona Coupe, that's number 10, is Jonathan du Toit, really heading along well. The big V8, a 5-litre. Ahead of him is the Piper Ferrari, and here's Frank Trinket. He flies in that car, coming up on Chris Ballard in that DB4 Aston Martin. That's a James Bond type of motorcross. Trinket must have one of the hottest Cobras around.
Of course, the Cobras take us back to when Bobby Olthoff and Jack Sears and others drove for the Woolman team in the early 1960s with tremendous success in the 9 hours.
Absolutely, and they thrilled everybody with it. Leo Voyasides comes through number 5, that GT40 from overseas, screens the Ballard DB4. Peter Bailey, GT40, Rossi made that blue one. Here it comes down, number 40 down the road. And there's another beautiful looking car, a 907 Porsche in the 64 9-hour. Those Porsches weren't quite up to winning Le Mans, but they're certainly competitive car. The winner of the first prologue for the Capital South African CT was that Brabham. We haven't seen that before, and that was Simon Hatfield. And there's only a few of those Brabhams ever made. Trinket the second, Voyasides third, Peter Bailey, Tony Martin, and then Jonathan du Toit. So Simon Hatfield, well done in the BT8, and one of the rare cars in World Sports Car racing.
Absolutely, they only made 12 in the period. We believe that Ron Toronac wasn't a big fan, but Jack said that we ought to be selling them. I love it. It's very kind of Lincoln to ask me to have a go, and it's a fantastic little circuit. I love the place. So far, everyone's been so great to us.
And the motor, what, a 2-litre Climax motor?
2-litre Climax, it's about 180 horsepower. So what it does is make submarine grip. I don't have the straight line speed of the Cobras and the GT40s, but I can brake later and I can go around the corners quickly.
The circuit suits you.
Absolutely. I think at Cape Town might be a bit of a different story, but no, I think the circuit is wonderful. Everything we've been led to believe.
Good to hear that. And next on the menu, historic racing cars we've got 54 cars in the race. What a field of high-performance cars. And with me, Francois Pretorius, isn't this a sight to see?
Absolutely wonderful, Roger. I mean, once again, we hear Zwartkops a single-seater survival every year is the most brilliant racing season. And look at this action. Look at the old Nissan, Sorensen, and Andre de Seidner trying his best to pass that car, but seeing that Nissan back on the road, the Capri, and somewhere in there also is Paolo Cavalieri in the XB and the BMW 745, absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, the last of the Group 1 BMWs, and that's, say that Skyline, Henny van der Linde's one, then Dick Sorensen's, who's been driven by Richard Sorensen now. It hasn't raced for 17 years, so it's about the only Japanese car able to challenge some of these German cars. It's Vernon Victor in the front. Then it's on the same note, Sorensen's next, Peter Lindbergh in the Capri. There you saw the Winfield BMW with Paolo Cavalieri. He's really into motorsport and can pedal.
And just out of shot there, you saw a very, very, very fast Mini of Steve Miller. That's a wonderful little car, Roger. That car is got a 1275 Mini motor with a supercharger, and it can take on the big guns. It weighs a little, and like that, it is a wonderful little car.
It is, and he's right in the action all the time. And there's another great little car, the Pat Duckham car being driven by Sean Duckham, his son, and it is effective as well. And there's Barry Scott in there with his Mini, and it's Sirocco. And it's Renault, there's Frank Coppy in the Renault Dorfy. Oh, we've got problems here. Yanni van Rooyen has spun his Sirocco. They say that's quite a cheap car to run. We're going to need a bit of panel beating there, and he's taking some of the others off.
Yeah, I think Steve Miller gave him a bit of a nerve there as well, judging by the damage on Miller's car afterwards. But at the end of the day, they all got going again, and no serious damage except maybe some ego.
The nationwide car, Vernon Victor's in the front, the Zaidner's hunting him down. That Skyline's right in the picture there. It won 57 races in a row in the hands of Henny van der Linde. It's got a great history, that Nissan Skyline. No doubt, the sixth on the straight six, it sounded glorious. And look at the action here, Francois. We've got John Reed in his Frank Coppy, that incredible little Dorfy. Philip Fantastis in the Datsun, that's done him well all over the country. Then we've got
John Simpson in the little Alpha there, Roger. And this little bundle over here are having a...
and Fantastis is tag copying. He's pushed him off the circle, and it's not a good place to do it. And 126 also lose that Patley in his escort. He's dug in, well and truly dug into that sand.
No. He's fast there now, Roger. I think they must get the marshals out there to give him a hand. There we go. Zwartkops marshals always very effective.
Right, and we're back in the action in the front there, and going to the front on with the Zane note. We've got just those 3 laps to go in this race. It's half the race is gone, and it's Andre Bazane has taken those 4 laps to get to the front, and the Skyline is challenging Vernon Victor in the nationwide force.
And over here we've got Zwartkops Fantastis coming towards us in the Alpha with the stripes on it, and look at this, getting out of the way very quickly when these fast cars come through. A person doesn't need to get involved in a bit of an accident over there with it.
And this always makes the racing better. As you get towards the end of a race, you start to get into the slow traffic, having big battles all over the circuit. Look at Hindenburg trying to get past
Sorensen right away. You'll see there's a new competitor in a little blue car with a piece of bunting behind it to show the guys there's a new guy, and he's getting involved in this. He doesn't know what to do.
Steve Miller's Mini boy, that car goes teeth to these alongside. Look at this, neck and neck, they're going for it. It doesn't give him too much room there, but that little Mini is incredible.
That Mini around the corner, Roger, it just turns and it goes. It's the most wonderful thing to watch. And Steve says you've got to drive it like a maniac, and it's really fast.
We get towards the end of that, and he does drive it like a maniac. And there's another Sirocco there. They're doing very well, very popular. It's Patterson's one. And Henny De Beer's got the flag out, and it's Andre Bazane that takes his first win of the day ahead there of Vernon Victor. Very close race. Just behind we've got Peter Lindbergh in that Piranha Ford Capri, and Sean Duckham got the better of Richard Sorensen, that Ford Escort, a famous little Escort, Dennis Sorensen, and Paolo Cavalieri in the Group 1 BMW XB on the car was 6. And then Thierry got the better of Steve Miller to the line. And Gabriella presents the laurel wreath to Andre Bazane.
Oh, what a fantastic race.
Next on the menu is 10 laps for 30 cars from overseas and local ones. We've got 8 overseas cars, beautifully prepared single-seaters. And Greg, this is coming very close to your heart.
Yeah, the incredible entry of particularly Formula Junior cars, Brabhams and Lotuses. Of course, South Africa has a very strong connection with Formula Junior. Tony Mag, one-time Formula 1 driver for Cooper, was also the 1961 European Formula Junior champion. So good to see so many of those cars, and there's Alan Bailey out there in the ex-John Taylor Super BRM, quite a lot more powerful than the rest of the cars. And then number 33 is Ian Himmelfreight in a Formula Ford follows. by Patrick Dunsea's yellow Merlin Mark 25, which is the ex-Desiree Wilson Bobby Scott championship winning car.
Every one of these cars with a history, as you say, and of course in there too is a Rory Byrne car. I think that's the one you just coming through, that number 28. I know Graham Fox is driving one of those as well, and that's in PT there, that blue one, was built by Terry Townsend and Stan Taylor for a 9-hour race.
That's right, so Renault engine didn't last for 9 hours, but he rebuilt the car a couple of years ago, and it's really good to see him back out here again. Something, in those days people built cars in their backyards, and this is evidence of how they took on the world with a homebrew session.
And everywhere we look around the Zwartkops race, so there's just action and racing. And and we've got a three-wheeler, the MG midget there. Barry Foster's lost the wheel. It started as a four-wheel, it's now like a Morgan, eh, Greg?
Yeah, in fact, one of the good things about that was he got the car back on the track for the next race. Somebody helped him, they got a pass into hell. It's an extraordinary spirit of the races that day.
There comes up in PT once again, looking very, very nice indeed. We've got 3 laps of this race still to go.
And there's the MPT just behind the LDS Fred Phillips. Doug Saruria, there was a small tribute just in the program to Doug Saruria on this day. He built 12 of those cars that took on international races, including the South African Grand Prix during the 1960s.
How's that for a neat car and a neat driver? A very tiny wee fella is Alan Bailey there in that coupe. It's a 63 coupe as the others come swinging through that left-hander. Number 33 is Evelquate once again. And it's some of those single-seaters, those very early ones, were keeping up with these latest rear-engine cars. Like that little 24 is a DK, well, you wonder why it's smoking, but it's actually got a DKW engine.
Yeah, it's a very early front-engine Formula Junior car. It was a Scorpion DKW driven by Dick and Daggett at Cape Town.
Right, that red car is an interesting one, the Alan Stewart. It's a Proteus, South African built car, but it's 5 engines, of course, his son Stewart got. He's the editor of Classic Car Africa magazine.
And there's Graham Station in the Royal RT21 designed by South Africa's Rory Byrne.
Bailey takes it ahead of Musa, Westmoreland, Buslove, Everingham and Hevelquate. And Gabriella once again does the honours with Alan Bailey. Here's something the crowds have come to see. Saul van der Merwe in the big Galaxy. There he is on pole position. Behind him he's got Brian Rowling. This is a big V8 race. And we've got a visitor from overseas, especially bought this car to handle that big Galaxy. And there it is, number 10, Graham Bryant, in that big 7-meter Plymouth Barracuda.
And I think Graham Bryant can drive a car. I've watched him, Roger, and this guy knows what he's doing behind this big wheel. He drives the thing like crazy.
And he certainly does. And he takes the perfect line round that seat. Saul in the front, he dabs the brake on the side of the track. He said, this car's got no shocks, it won't handle. They put some, gave him a shock and take his business. And he just loves to muscle this car around the circuit and is lapping very quickly indeed. First it's a wide car, it's going to be hard to pass car, but they've got to get there first. Brown Road is nice Mustang second. Then it is Graham Bryant starting to close a little bit closer, come a little bit closer there. And look, we've got Dorphy, there's another Camaro from overseas.
The Studebaker's there as well, Roger. The Anglias, I mean, Stephen Dick and his little Anglias in there going very well. And look at this, these guys are racing. And there, of course, is that man, Clive Denshaw.
And he's the champion. Number 1 says he's the champ.
He's the historic racing car race. The champion, the regional champion this year, Roger. Drove very well last year, and he's always been thick of it over there with him well.
Listen to that big V8 in action. He comes up and Brian Rowling's going to try and do the dirty in the inside. Not a good way to do it. To pass the line is this way here. Close into the curb and start scoring it. No. Rowling's a little bit in the way. Let's see if that Mustang gets the weight. Not much.
And you've got to remember, Roger, these cars are being raced on treaded race tyres. They're not on flicks. The cars are sliding all over the place. The drivers really have to work hard on these cars. To race in the series, you have to race with the guys of the era.
Yeah, and the other thing about that Plymouth, not too many of those cars were made by Chrysler. They were actually made for drag racing in the American public. And in fact, Graham Bryant has taken it to Europe and raced in the UK very successfully. Look at Carl. Nothing, he gets it sideways, he just puts the power on.
He is driving the stamp off that car.
He is that. And these things in the back too. No, he's fantastic. I love to see him. He gets the sun. Nothing gets tangled with him. He just sits there, almost with his arm out of the window, and just controls that big car. I wonder if he's got a knob on the steering wheel.
I don't think he's got a knob on the steering wheel. Maybe that's behind the wheel. But the long and short of it is Roger with his car. Not really. And he positions it so well on the road. If anybody comes near him, Sorrel, experience comes through so brilliantly. He sits there and he rocks the road. You can't get past it.
No, you can't. Anglias, and we've got Barry Scott in the Mini. We've got the Ben van der Westhuis and Lotus Cortina. Very familiar side and very successful.
And having a big go with young Stephen Dick over here in the Anglia. Look at this. The three of them have been having a wonderful time the whole race long. And young Stephen Dick actually works in the competitions department of Porsche Motorsport here. and it's quite interesting to always look in the pits. You see the Porsches and then the Anglia parked together, and he gives it his all.
He certainly doesn't. Here they're on the brakes now at the top of the circuit. Vince on the best station holding him off. In the Lotus Scott, Stephen Zickers. Gary Scott, there's another interesting one. Gone in that blue Anglia as well. He's getting the sideways as Ben. He knows his way around the circuit. He's certainly under pressure there. Here comes Colin Neal having it out with Robin Willison in his Alpha. And that's a big car, a lot of power, got a lot of acceleration in the run. Maybe he hasn't got the brakes, but it certainly goes in a straight line.
It's absolutely spectacular to see a thing of that size on the circuit as well, Roger.
Here's the leader. Here he comes down the road. Saul van der Merwe, not too far behind, is putting on the pressure a little bit. There's Brian Rowling. And then we're looking at the Barracuda. Here comes Graham Brown. He'll be back. And Saul takes the flag. Boy, is he popular this car. And does he love it? And does he get a sweat from driving that car? Get to that car. He's nothing around the circuit. Rolling second, Brian. Clive Densham is always in the picture in the Alpha. And Roland Zumas from overseas, fifth in the Mustang. Brian Cook got a sixth ahead of Peter Grove, going very well in that Jaguar. I got to say, you've lost nothing, man. You can go.
I did lose the brakes though.
But did you?
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's wonderful.
The people just love it. That sideways motoring in it. And as you said before, you've got a manhandle of the car, and there's nobody better to do than you.
Force it to do what you want to do. There's no built-in handling. You're going to make it happen. That's
You
wonderful.
come from the old days. The old shop used to drive like that, and you carried it on.
That's really wonderful. It's wonderful being part of the whole team. Like I said, it's out of my yearly calendar.
Lovely. Well, we hope to see lots more of you. We sure do. Well known to racing fans in South Africa, a Le Mans winner, and the winner of the Carlo now was Richard Atwood, who co-drove with David Piper. And memories of the line, I mean, great time for you.
Well, it was at a time of the year there was nothing else happening in the world, so coming here was the best place to be. And the first time I came, just fell in love with the place. We come back here regularly now, not necessarily to do the racing here, but we love South Africa. It's our second country.
Carlo in those days was one of the classic circuits of the world, really.
Well, it was. I mean, people who look at the current circuits, they don't know what the old one was like. It was a really good, fast circuit, and we loved it. And it was perfect for a 9-hour race because you never got bored. Because all the corners were really challenging, It was a nice long straight too, so we could get these cars really up to speed.
And do racing cars or sports cars come better looking than these cars are?
Roger, it's amazing to see this. Look at that. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. I actually get goosebumps looking at it like this.
917 Porsches, Le Mans winners. We've got a McLaren, a Denny Gillen McLaren just ahead of it. And what is this for a beauty? A T70 Lola with Peter Horsman at the wheel.
I mean, that thing just goes. And that McLaren in the background is coming through in a black car. Roger, you should see the air intakes on that car. They use rugby balls to block it off with a standing still. That's how big it is. And the noise and the sound, and it goes.
Oh, it's wonderful stuff. Right, let's have a look at this race now. In the front there, we've got the T70 Peter Horsman driving. Then we've got the giant-killing little Chevron there of Zwartkops, the local man, John Sneddon, sixth. Then the McLaren, there's Richard Atwood in the green. The Piper Porsche 917 won the 9er. Tried to beat the South African land speed record as well. As they all file up to come through Sneddon's, the red Chevron. A lot of those cars very effective. 9 is the Gunston-coloured Peter Lindenberg car. And look, they give nothing away to those Porsches, just that he's off the straight, and then they sort of tear away. Sneddon's moved back a little bit, and a little bit further back is another white Porsche going very well.
Well, that's Brennan Bicknell once again, Roger, who's had about every man in his dog driving past there. I mean, every car that he had there, and really giving his all in this race because the sports cars race with these cars, in the race. He has a wonderful shot as well of his Parrot in his original series, the RSR, and just look how that Lola comes fast.
Oh, when you've got fronts like that, he just slows it down. He's got half the race, he's got 12 Ks of this race to go. But it's wonderful to see these cars out on the circuit. There's Nick Parrott's car.
With their safe for reaching Nelfrate. Roger's first race is bringing that car. The car has just been built. It's wonderful to see new competitors in this car.
The lead in this race is Peter Horsman getting it started. Just loving that motor car. What a blue car can do 400 Ks and how can you believe it? As he starts to just floor it on down the road. Oh man, it's so capable, that car. He comes up with the V8 MG of Roger Pierce. And here they are once again. Nick Parrott. Here comes Grant Bell doing a very good job in that yellow Chevron. And Peter Horsman. Here's a big Lola, 5.7 litre Chevy motor in action, coming up Tulizani. In the back of him, he's just brought up Anthony Corrin Chevy. The Can-Am's just ahead of him. There's another high-powered car. And here it comes. A real sports racing Le Mans winner, here it comes. Getting to the inside, a perfect line, leaves a little bit of space. Let's stop just for a moment and comes into sight for life.
When that hammer goes down that back straight, Roger, it just comes, you can just see. And here's the GD40 just in front of you. We'll see now how quickly he actually reels that in. Look at that.
What a way to race.
A GD40 is not a slow car, Roger.
Yes, it's an overseas one, the genuine thing. Here he comes. Perfect line through there. No understeer, no overseas. Oh, and John Greaves gone off in a magenta coloured Porsche. Oh, he's going into fence now. Just missed it.
Stopped in time there, managed to get himself a bit crossed up. He had a bit of a problem with his brakes there, Roger.
Right, and we've seen some wonderful cars really starting in that back review. Looks very nice indeed. Here comes the McLaren. That's an 8-litre McLaren. It looks lovely there with the trumpets all at different angles. Peter Lindenberg comes through. The V8 MG of Pierce. Then we've got Sixpair. They're starting to get into the traffic of these leading cars. But it dices all the way down the field. There's the start racing. Comes up an Andre Bazin. That's the winner of the first race a little bit earlier on. And have a look at this. The horsepower goes round the outside. That is a real Eric Broadley racing car. Here he comes on Andre Bazin, and that Porsche is not slow.
No, that Porsche is not slow at all, Roger. And it's a bit of a mixed match of a Porsche that maybe shouldn't have been in this race, but it's actually going very well.
It certainly is. And that's Andre Bazin that's keeping up with all of them. Well, he wins it, does Peter Horsman. A very good drive. Magnificent car. Lovely to have it in the country. He comes home ahead of Bell, not too far behind. Mikhail's companion in that McLaren was third. We're going to see more of him later. Richard Atwood, very good in the Porsche 917, a difficult car to drive, and then Lindenberg. Peter Horsman, this is one that races into Nigel Hume's T70 Lowland. What a drive he put in there.
It's a really enjoyable drive. That car is just so easy to drive. It's quick, yup, but it's really easy. You can throw it into the bends, and it doesn't oversteer, it doesn't understeer. It's four-wheel drift round. It's a joy. It's an absolute delight.
And when you put foot, it hurtles a lot.
Yeah, it's got a lot of grunt, that engine. Probably other side of 500 horsepower, and there's no problems in just getting out of second, and you're away.
But classic motorcycle racing in South Africa, certainly on the up, and some of the examples of bikes, either replicas of bikes that have been rebuilt, are amazing, and we've got quite a lot of them here at Zwartkops. Ian Grace has got 4 of them, and he's built 4 magnificent motorbikes and got some famous people driving for them, Ian.
Well, I didn't build them all personally, but, you know, I've financed them. That's probably the biggest rush, you know. But I think that the motivation came from Redmond and the Isle of Man. We were stuck in the rain, and they were lying about the weather. And finally, they started up 40 of these Manx Nortons all in a row, you know. And it brought back, you know, such an adrenaline rush. I thought, well, the last thing I blooming will do, I'm going to get one of those. And, you know, start with a cylinder and you build them in your garage, and it takes a long time, you know. But I found Jimmy Guthrie came walking up to Mexican and Durban last year with a drill law, and he said to me that bike that you've got there is exactly the same way that Francis would have liked it.
Francis Beard, who was the tuner.
Francis Beard. I said, well, who are you? He said, oh, my name's Jimmy Guthrie. I said, Jimmy Guthrie? He said, yeah. I said, I got a little job for you.
And that's riding a bike after 40 years, Jimmy. And a famous father, of course, your dad's got a memorial in the Isle of Man as well. I mean, Jimmy Guthrie before the war was world famous and a world champion, a European champion. And you haven't been on a bike for a long time, but you haven't lost the message at all.
Well, I don't know if I ever have. I've been had a great time today, I can assure you, Roger. I just thanks Ian very much for his good thoughtfulness.
Well, the nice thing about the Nortons that Ian's put together is a 500 and a 350. There's no oil leaking out of it.
That's unusual.
You close the school without oil on it.
Used to come around, this leg was plastered with oil coming down from the Zwartkops. Oh, dear.
So it brought back memories to you.
It certainly did.
And you didn't lose the message at all.
Well, fortunately enough.
That's nice. Lovely to have you.
Well, we were supposed to ride at the back of the field because there's a great receptance between the two bikes. When they got a wow echo, you know. But we only managed to do that at the end of the day. You couldn't get the bike started in practice, and then something else went wrong. Like I was waiting for him all day. So finally we caught up together in the last race, you know. But I think it's that, you know, if you look at the new Honda that you rode last week, we're talking about, you know, you can only get that kind of bike if you come from here. So these are all magnesium engines, 5-speed gearboxes, all sorts of stuff, 1953 and 1961.
And they're all going well and well restored and well looked after. So that's the whole classic bike scene. It's wonderful to see bikes and riders are coming out of the woodwork and still showing they've lost none of their skills. Have you, Jimmy?
Well, that's very nice of you to say so. It's great.
South African champion, 19 1982, I can't believe it's Rodney Gray, and here he's back again. From a famous Gray family in Maritzburg. I mean, your dad raced, you raced with a South African champion, your brother raced, your son races motocross, Rod. 19 years you haven't been on a bike, and you come and win.
Right, yeah, look, my cousin John owned the bike, and then John Baker managed to buy it back from him, and John phoned me about a year ago to say, look, I want to do this thing from front to back. Do you mind riding it? What a pleasure.
And you haven't lost the message.
Right, yeah, look, I think I've only got 10 horsepower more than what I had when I rode it then, and yeah, look, I think if I could spend a day here, I could get my time down quite nicely.
You sound like a real racer there. And Rod, this is the actual bike, as you say, few more horsepower that you won a championship on.
Roger, exact same motorcycle. Tommy John, Opie Howard, they built it, and it's difficult. Everyone's asking, it can't be the same bike, and that's the same one from '82.
It's so good to see these famous motorcycles and also famous riders at a historical meeting like this.